for our starting lineup, brought to you by Farmers National Bank, the Valley's strongest local bank. For the Cardinals, here comes Jarrett Vrabel. He's a 6'4 junior, averaging 8.7 points, 9.5 rebounds per game. Next out is Cole Prima, the junior, 5'6", 10 points on the point, and 2 assists. Here's Andrew Midgley coming off a big game against Boardman, 6'5 junior, 9.5 points, and 9 rebounds per game. Next is John Schiraldi, 6' senior, 5.5 points, 4 boards each time out. And rounding out the starting 5 for the Cardinals, Marco DiLorenzo, a 6' senior, 9.5 points, 4 boards, and 4.5 assists per game. The Cardinals in their traveling black uniforms with red numerals, red and white lettering, and trim. They average 61 points a game, allowing 49. 45% of their shots overall, 32% of their triples, 64% at the free throw line, and the Cards pull down just over 30 rebounds per game. Now the Fitch Falcons. First out is Curtis Beverly, 6'4 senior, 4 points, 3 assists per game. Here's Alex DeFrancisco, 6'4 junior, 8 points and 5 rebounds per game. Next is Gabe Chepke. He's a junior, 6'2", 6 points and just over 4 rebounds per game. Here's Quincy Higgins, 6'2 junior, 7 points and 3 assists per game. And rounding out the starting 5 for the Falcons is Jesse Driver, 6'1 junior, 18 points and 6 rebounds per game. The Falcons in their home white uniforms, red numerals, red and blue lettering and trim. And those are your Farmers National Bank starting lineups. Farmers National Bank, stand strong. That's the Campus Book and Supply pregame show. Campus Book and Supply has the books you need at a price you can't afford. Check them out online at campusbookonline.com.
And something else that jumps out is both these teams very young. Only 3 seniors between the two of them, so this is going to be an interesting thing that we'll probably see both these teams maybe battling it out for the title next year.
Works in progress.
Yes. But, Coach McElroy took over a fine program. He struggled a little bit, and he had to replace a legend in John Cullen, and is finally getting this team back to where they used to be, and it's kind of, I'm happy for him because it was a pretty struggle for the couple of years.
Well, the tap is underway, and we are underway. And Fitch controls, moving from right to left. The wind blows from left to right, but thank goodness that's outside. Canfield in a 2-3 zone. Falcons work it. Round the perimeter from right to left. Skip pass to Driver on the right side. Unloads the 3 and drains it. 3-0 Fitch. Canfield quickly back the other way. Prima out on top. And here's DiLorenzo with the triple try. Front right won't go. Falcons in transition. Driver on the dribble down the right side. That door is closed. To Chepke. To Higgins in the key. Shoots. Can't score. Fight for the rebound. Tapped around twice. And it's picked off by Schiraldi. Back down the floor. Vrabel going to the basket. Coming to the left side. Partially blocked, and it comes down to Chepke. Driver will walk it up. Canfield setting up again in that 2-3 zone. Higgins will play catch with Driver and Chepke from left to right. Cross-court pass almost picked up by Midgley. Comes up to Driver left side. Dials 3, connects. 6-0 Falcons.
Well, that's something he struggled against Paul, and if he would have hit a couple of those, they would have beat them, but he just didn't have it that night. Now tonight, I can see the home cooking. He's doing very well right now.
Triangle and 2 midcourt pressure by the Falcons as the Cardinals get it down left baseline for the shot by Vrabel. No good. Falcons back the other way. Higgins going to the basket, and he travels. Fitch averaging 47 points. While allowing 48, they've hit 44% of the shots, 30% of their 3 balls, 57% at the free throw line, and they pull down just over 27 rebounds per game. Cardinals handle pressure. Falcons back off. They're in the man-to-man. DiLorenzo front right. Passes off to Primo. Works on Chepke. Rolls into Brooklyn's side and draws the foul on the way. And it will go on Chepke. His first, team first. Yeah, they're going to say it was in the act of shooting. So here's Cole Prima to shoot 2. First one's up and in. Canfield on the board. 6-1 Fitch. 6:10 first quarter. A little more up-tempo than I thought it would be early on, Bob.
I think it would too, and it seems the opposite way, though. I thought Canfield would be the patient one, but they're kind of pressing a little bit and trying to get things going. They had a couple good looks. They just haven't fallen so far for them.
Prima hits the pair, 6-2 Falcons. Higgins in the backcourt. Canfield backs off. Now they'll go man up. Schiraldi picks up Higgins out in front. Pass off the driver, right side. Works on DiLorenzo. Has him on the arc. Gives it up to DeFrancisco in the key. Pumps it, and it bounces around and won't drop. And it's yanked down by Vrabel. Gives it off to Schiraldi. Schiraldi dribbles down the middle. Canfield end now passes back center circle to Prima. 6-2 Falcons. Prima picked up by Chepke. Deals it off to Midgley on the left side. Works on Beverly. Takes it left baseline. Too deep. Now he's going to scoop it up. Nope. It's cleaned off by Driver. He trots out the left side. Driver on the dribble. In the key. Pulls up. Pulls the trigger. Too thick. No good. And they blow it dead away from. It'll be on the rebound.
Offensive foul. DeFrancisco going to get it pushing off.
Alex first, team second. 6-2 Fitch. Here are the Cardinals. They're in. Prima works out in front. Guarded by Chepke. Takes him high left. Looking low, no cutter. Gives it up to Vrabel. Now he's going to shoot. Flat. Back of the rim and down to the Falcons. Driver back the other way. Bounces to Higgins, right baseline. Hits the chip shot. 8-2 Falcons. Triangle 2, soft press. They back off. Canfield and Prima. Dribbles out in front. Works on Higgins. Comes to his left, passes off to Midgley, front left. Off the screen by Vrabel. Pick and roll. Vrabel low left, up and in. That's the way you run that, Bob.
Yeah, that was just a beautiful play where they overcommitted and they just went right to the hoop and Vrabel got the 2.
Timeout, 4:31 first quarter. It's Fitch 8, Canfield 4. Here on the Sports Animal 1390 WNIO. Back in Austintown, Jim Evans, Bob Gavalier, 8-4. Fitch leading Canfield. Fitch ball, driver, drives left baseline, takes it in the tall store and draws the foul as he goes up. And he will go to the free throw line. And foul goes on DiLorenzo. That's his first, team first. And here is Jesse Driver to shoot 2. Averaging right around 18 per game. Pumps it up and in. And he's in with 7 now.
Like I said, we had that game. He only had 3 points against Poland. Had some good looks. He just was one of those nights where he was just a little off, maybe rushing a little bit because of the Poland defense. But tonight feels comfortable, and he's playing very well right now.
Chunks the second one, no good. Rebound to Vrabel. 9-4. Fitch on top. Here are the Cardinals. Midgley has it on the right side. Dribbles to the top of the key. Steals it up to DiLorenzo. He comes left to right. Higgins all over him. The ball comes up loose. Higgins with a steal. Back down the other way. Going to the basket. Barrels to the hoop. Puts it up. No good. Loose underneath. Grabbed by Beverly. Gives it up to Driver. In the key. Higgins left corner. Bumps the 3. Can't get it to go. Chepke rebound. He takes it back up. Blasts too much. It's slapped out of bounds. It stays with the Falcons. A lot happened there, Bob, but nothing happened.
A lot of action, but nothing was going. And they took 2 or 3 good looks at it. Just wouldn't fall for him. Good job by Beverly. And he came off the bench last week, did a good job. And he's getting into the starting lineup tonight because Hogan's sick.
Good job by the Falcons crashing the offensive boards, to say the least. Brady Clark comes in for Canfield. Fitch ball in back court. Driver now has it out front. Passes off to Higgins, left arc, double team, back to Driver. Makes a move into the lane, comes up loose. Canfield back the other way. Prima on the easy deuce. Cole has 4.
And that time it was a good idea by Driver. He was trying to get it underneath, and he would have had an easy layup. But Midgley just jumped out, kind of read it all the way, and we were able to get Prima for the easy layup. So
9-6. Here's Chepke, spin move left of the lane, and he took an extra step, called for traveling. Again, tonight's first quarter brought to you by Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods, traditional craftsmanship, timeless style. Don't forget Nightline embroidery and screen print will customize just about anything with your logos or artwork. Stop by at 16 West Liberty Street, Girard. And stick around for the Haas Auto Group halftime report. Haas Auto Group, your zero-hassle car group with rates as low as 1.99% for well-qualified buyers. 9-6, 3 minutes to go. First quarter, Fitch on top. Canfield end. Clark passes off to Prima, point left. Guarded by Driver. Deals it up to Kamon Alexander now in the game for the Cardinals. He works on Higgins. Back to Prima. Pours. Can't score on the three. They go up for the board, and it comes up loose and down out in front to Chepke. He brings it back the other way. Attacks the rack. Lays it up in the right hand. Won't go. And it's grabbed by Beverly. He loses it. Driver comes up with it, and he is fouled at the line. And who's the goal on?
That's what I'm looking to. Number 5. That was
Clark. Brady Clark.
Each team with 2 team fouls. And for Fitch, getting some, once again, another good job. Offensive rebounding. Got a couple offensive rebounds. Got a couple of good looks. Missed the layup, but can't find a handle on that.
Ball's into DeFrancisco. Takes it left side and sticks it off the glass. Alex with his first 2. 11-6. 6 has been the biggest lead by the Falcons. Cardinals negotiate pressure. Grostowski in the ball game now for the Cardinals, working on the right side. Gives it up to Connor Kessner, also in. He passes off to Alexander, back to Kessner, center circle. Chepke steps out on him. Bounce off to Clark, top of the key. Makes a move into the lane, in traffic. Ball stripped away, picked up by Beverly. Off to Driver, down the left side. Driver cut off. Working on the left wing. Now he'll come out on top, get a little more spacing. Picked up by Grostowski. Driver still with it. And they're going to call him for the time violation.
Yeah, 5 seconds. 4 turnovers now by Fitch. 3 in the last 3 out of 4 possessions here.
11-6. Falcons with a lead. 1:40 to play. First quarter. Kessner into the front court. Fitch now in his zone. Alexander has it left sideline. Deals it up to Clark. To Kessner, front right. What's the 3-2 zone, Bob?
3-2, and strangely, the tallest guy is up top.
Yeah.
Beverly is at the top, and I think he's going to try to diffuse anything, the three-pointer shooters, and try to work on them.
Midgley low right. Trying to work the turnaround. He's called for traveling. So Fitch gets it back. Buck 12 to play first quarter. 11-6. Falcons on top.
I don't see that too often, but I think it's because of the Canfield three-point shooting. They're going to try to avoid doing that with trying to shoot over Beverly.
Falcons work the offense. Canfield in the man-to-man. Driver has it front right. Guarded by Kessner. Tries to go to DeFrancisco. Knocked away. Picked up by Higgins, who passes off to Driver between the circles. Comes to his left. Has it left arc. Out of the corner. Pass out in front to Higgins. He's cut off in the key. Gives it up to Chepke, front right. 40 seconds to go first quarter. And they're going to go offensive foul on Chepke.
It's kind of delayed because I saw it happen, and I was going to say he got away with it, and then all of a sudden the whistle came. So it was kind of like a couple seconds after it happened.
Here's Anthony Hogan, the game for Falcons. Chepke will sit down with a pair of fouls. Hogan, a 6'2 junior. 11-6, Falcons lead it. Canfield end. Prima back in, dribbles out, center circle. Passes off to DiLorenzo. Back to Prima, front right. Those two will play catch as they work the clock. 20 seconds, first set.
And they're just going to be happy to run this clock down and run a final play here.
Trying to get a little spacing as they work it out in front. Draw out the zone. And they're going to call Prima for a travel. Inadvertently dragged a foot. And talk about an unforced error.
Yeah, that one I think he got a little surprised because he was going to pass it to one of his players, and his player cut down and moved.
Final seconds, first quarter. Driver, top of the key, unloads the three, no good. And there's a push off for the rebound with 2 seconds to go.
Going over the back. And Midgley.
And that'll be Andy's first, team third. Fitch ball baseline in. 2 seconds, first quarter. Higgins into DeFrancisco. Left side turns, shoots, score! Won't count. so he didn't get it off. No basket. Our first quarter has been brought to you in part by Baird Brothers Fine Hardwoods since 1960. Online at BairdBrothers.com. We head to the second quarter with our score. Fitch 11, Canfield 6. Here on the Sports Animal 1390 WNIO.
Look for Armstrong local programming to feature our community like no one else. See your friends and neighbors on Armstrong's local channel and on demand. Find program listings online and with TV Guide's on-screen menu. The Mahoning Valley is featured with great shows like Street Scene, Bottom Line Sports, and Kids Corner. And don't miss high school sports coverage only available on Armstrong On Demand and Channel 20. It's another local programming exclusive from Armstrong. One wire, infinite possibilities.
Back at Fitch, second quarter underway. 13-7 Falcons with the biggest lead of the game now. Each team with a shot while we're away. Falcons made their count. DeFrancisco with a putback. 13-6 Fitch. Jim Evans along with Bob Gavalier. Canfield pump on the perimeter. No good, and Fitch will get it back. 6:54 to play in the first half.
Something else I noticed right now, Fitch out rebounding Canfield 10-2, and that's
they're
a couple of
the O boards.
Couple of offensive rebounds here, at least 4 or 5, and a couple of trips down. That last trip down, they got an extra shot because of the offensive rebound.
Fitch in. Hogan gives it off to DeFrancisco, who hands it back to Higgins. He comes to his left in traffic. There's a reach in and a foul. Looks like on Chirali, and it will be the Cardinals. That's his first, team fourth. Again, biggest lead of the game. Fitch has led the entire way. 13-7 now. Falcons balls in to Higgins. Passes off the driver. Steal. DiLorenzo back the other way. Lays it up and in. Marco DiLorenzo. His first two. 13-8. Falcons quickly back the other way. Driver with a spin shot won't go. And Higgins comes down with it and goes back up, and he's hacked.
Now, once again, another loose ball opportunity. The ball was up in the air after a driver drove in, got a shot blocked, and then check that. Higgins just came out of the air and knocked it down and got fouled. It's going to be 2 on Schiraldi.
Team fifth. Higgins pumps it and dumps it. Q in with 3 now. Averaging 7 per game. 6'2" junior. Makes it 14-8. Quincy Higgins bends and sends. Thick, no good. Rebound down to the Cardinals. Back the other way. Ryan Khalil in the ball game with that rebound. He has it front right, Canfield end. The play catch with Prima in the middle. DiLorenzo on the left side. Khalil bounces off high post to Midgley. Now he works it out. A little more spacing. Vrabel works it into the key up in the shot and draws the foul. And the foul goes on Beverly. That's his first, team fourth. And Vrabel will go to the free throw line. He steps in with 2 points. Averaging right around 8-7 per game. Drilled the first one. 14-9. Fitch with the lead. Big crowd here tonight.
Yeah,
it's all American Conference, American Division matchup. No good on the second shot. Rebound down to DeFrancisco. Here come the Falcons. Driver has it. Front right Fitch head. Picked up by DiLorenzo. Jesse at center circle. Deals it left side to Butcher now in the ball game. Passes to DeFrancisco in the key. To Driver on the curl. Right side. That door slammed shut by DiLorenzo. Driver still on the dribble. Pulls up right baseline. Bad shot. Partially blocked. And it comes down to Vrabel. Down the floor to Prima. He dribbles to the basket. Scoops it up in the left hand. It won't go. Down short and down to Driver. Jesse back the other way. Right side now. He slides to his left. And we have a timeout call. 5:07 to play first half. We'll take a 30-second break. It's Fitch 14, Canfield 9 here on the Sports Animal 1390 WNIO. Don't forget, you you can win a gift certificate for Pizza by entering the 50-50 drawing at all of our high school basketball broadcast locations this season. Try the Pizza $10 dinner meal. A medium pizza with your choice of one topping for just $10. Have you done that yet, Bob?
Oh, yeah. A lot of times.
Several times, huh?
Several times. Yep.
Great value, right?
Good value. Also, you get the big box for $20, 2 pizzas and some wings.
Back at it. Fitch back on offense, leading 14-9. They try and go low right block with Francisco, and he can't get to the ball. Goes out of bounds. Canfield ball.
This is right now the only thing if your coach being a little upset about. 6 turnovers here. This lead could be a little bit more if they were just a little more patient with the basketball, a little sloppy a couple times.
And the Falcons, backing off on the full court pressure, come up with a steal by Beverly. Canfield end. Driver walks it up. Off a screen out front right. They switch off. Driver has it poked away from behind by DiLorenzo, picked up by Mitchell. He sends it down the floor and out of DiLorenzo's reach, out of bounds. And it goes back to the Falcons. Tonight's Fitch basketball brought to you in part by Bob and Chuck Eddy, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Fiat. The only Motor Trend dealer in Eastern Ohio and Western PA with over $3 million in used cars in stock. That's Bob and Chuck Eddy, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Fiat. Falcons end. Butcher works front right on the dribble. Takes it into the lane, kicks it off on the left side to Hogan. Pours, it can't score on the 3. DeFrancisco rebound. Low right, back up and in. That's his second deal back. He has 6, 16-9. Falcons match their biggest lead. Canfield end. And Vrabel going to the basket.
Gonna get a charging
call for charging.
Good job by Beverly. And like I said, he hasn't been playing that much. Not sure if he was injured, but I know against Poland he came on, gave some good minutes, and right now got the start tonight. And he's been playing very well. The only senior in the starting lineup here.
Halfway gone here in the second quarter. 4 minutes to play first half. 16-9 Fitch. Coach Meany's thought it would be a low-scoring game. Sure is at this point. Here's Hogan in the lane for the Falcons. Puts up the chip shot off the glass and in. Hogan with his first 2, 18-9, biggest lead of the game. Canfield works the offense. Kessler out front. Works point right, bounces off to DiLorenzo. 3 bills, way off the glass, and it skips down to Driver. I think the wind caught that one, Bob.
I think so. Yeah, somebody opened the door coming inside.
Driver off to Higgins on the right side.
Surprised. It was a good look. It just was way off.
Higgins jump step in the lane, sticks it off the window. Quincy Higgins, the great first step. And then move into the lane. And he's got 5. Canfield calls timeout. Let's take another 30-second break. Fitch on top, 20-9. Here on the Sports Animal 1390 WIO. Back in Austin Township, Evans, Bob Cavalier. Fitch leading Canfield 20-9. Again, the Cardinals won the first meeting between the two back in December by 15. The Falcons with other ideas here so far tonight. The box in 1. 3-quarter defensive look by the Falcons. Cardinals get it up the floor. They have it there, and Kessler has it point right, guarded by Hogan. Bounce off to Yorstowski. He deals it to Clark. Back in the game, right arc. Brady passes to Prima. Prima deals on the left side. Yorstowski Fitch in the man-to-man. Yorstowski trying to go left baseline on the drive, and he's grabbed and fouled. You get Higgins?
Yeah, it was Higgins. It's going to be his first. Team's 5th. Canfield with 16 fouls.
Ball's in. Kessler passes to Prima. Right side. To Clark out in front. He deals it on the left side to Kessler. He gives it up to Orsowski. Now to Clark. Dribbles into the lane. That door is shut. Deals it off to Orsowski. Drives in the left side. Puts it up. No good. Falcons rebound in transition. Higgins attacks the rack and lays it up and in. Falcons playing aggressive offensive basketball. Defensively, for that matter, too. 2 minutes to play in the first half. 22-9 Falcons.
And doing a great job defensively. Yurtowski looked like he had an open look, and then I think two guys kind of flashed at him, and he kind of forced him to really shoot that ball very badly, leave it short.
Prima drives to the basket and lays it up and in. You're going to need him to do more of that, Bob. Cole with 6 now. Back the other way, and point-blank range, DeFrancisco fills it up. 24-11, 1:30 first half. And they blow it dead away from the ball. It's going to go on Fitch, I think. Hogan? No. It's Beverly.
Beverly hits second.
That's his second. Each team with 6 now. Here's Butcher back in for Fitch. Beverly will sit down. So they lose a little size. With a 13-point lead. Canfield ball baseline in. Out in front, stolen by Driver. Back the other way. Driver trying to make his move to the lane. He's grabbed and fouled on the floor by Kessler. Good foul.
Yeah, good foul. Canfield fans want a jump ball situation, but he reached around him.
It's close.
If you're in front of him, it's all right, but he kind of reached around him to get it.
17th foul. And here's Driver. Shoots short. And it bounces down on the front end of Rabel. Now led up the left side. Prima. Spin move in the lane to the basket, and he draws the foul. And he's picking it up. Oh, so they're going to call him for a travel. I didn't see that, did you?
I didn't see it either. I saw the foul on Higgins, but that was about it. So they're going to call a turnover, which is their 7th, and now Higgins kind of helps them out. He would have had 2 fouls, and the fouls would have been picking up here for Fitch.
Just because we didn't see it didn't mean it didn't.
No, we're way up top. So.
DeFrancisco with a shot in the lane blocked by Midgley, and the Cardinals trying to run it up the other way, and they throw it away. As Vrabel trying to take the pass to the right side, and it was too wide for his reach. 24-11, Fitch with the lead. They work the offense. Here's Butcher driving left baseline. Bounces off to Higgins to Hogan. Shoots the 3, front right, flat, and it comes down.
DeFrancisco coming up from the back. It's going to be his second, so Fitch getting in front. This is going to be a one-on-one situation as well.
His Driver had the rebound, but again, DeFrancisco with the over the back call.
Driver got the rebound because DeFrancisco pushed.
That's right.
I think it was Midgley.
Here's Rabel.
Oh, Rabel was.
Socks the first one in. Front end. And he's got 4. 24-12.
Nice little rub from behind. That's all it was.
Dips and deals. Good. Rabel hits the pair. 24-13. Fitch with the lead. They've led the entire first half. With 35 seconds to play here in the second quarter. Falcons work the offense. Working on a matchup zone. DeFrancisco has it low right, makes his move to the basket, puts it up, and is pushed to the floor, and he'll go to the free throw line.
Brady Clark,
number 5. His second, team 8th. And here's DeFrancisco to shoot 2. Looks it over, flexes, fires. Bounces up, around and in.
Got 9 points now.
Alex is 6'4" junior. So he's ahead of schedule, averaging right around 8 per game. Here's Khalil back in for Canfield. Clark sits down. DeFrancisco set to shoot. Throws. In and out. Rebound Vrabel. Outlet on the right side to DiLorenzo. Pulls up on the right wing. Off to Vrabel inside the line. Shoots. Can't score. Rebound Midgley. He's tied up and fouled. Who's the guilty party? It's going to go on DeFrancisco. That's his 3rd. He will have to sit down. And checking in for Fitch. Well, we're going to have to check our roster here. Because we don't have a 35 listed. And here's Midgley. Strokes the first one good. Well, we'll have to dig that up because we don't have a guy listed at 35. Let's mark Midgley down. That's his first point. He had 14 against Boardman on Tuesday night in their big win there. And he threads the second one. 25-15. 10 seconds to play first half. Fitch with the lead. Driver works it out in front. Backs off. Now steps on the gas inside the arc, double team. Pass to Higgins is knocked away and taken away by Premu, who throws it down the floor off the glass. No good. And that will do it for our first half. The Haas Auto Group halftime report coming right up. Haas Auto Group can repair your credit. Haas is your second chance auto group. We're at the break in Austintown with our score. Fitch 25, Canfield 15 here on the Baird Brothers Game of the Week on the Sports Channel. 1390 WNIO.